All right, all right. How y'all doing? How you doing, good people? We are here. It is another Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody who is at the sound of my voice. It's Talk It Out Tuesday. So Tori and I are going to be in here. And we're going to be having a conversation with you today. All right. Today's episode is about those green flags. We're always talking about the red flags, okay? But join us as we delve into a refreshing perspective on love, relationships, all right? While red flags are often in the spotlight, let's shift the perspective on the exclusive green flags. How can we identify the signs that someone is a keeper? Explore the nuances of being set up on blind dates by close family and friends. Can they truly pick someone suitable as a partner for you? Can they? What do you think about that? This is episode 131, guys. 131. Yes, Tori and I have been talking here for quite a little while. And thank you guys for getting in the conversation with us. I see you coming on in here. I see a lot of people coming on in. And we're going to get to the conversation very, very shortly. But what I always like to do before we get into the conversation, we're going to do a little breath work. And I want you to take that breath work with me because this is for us. This isn't just for me. This is for us. I mean, I know that some of you have some anxiety issues. Somebody might be at work right now feeling a little frustrated. You know what happens, okay? And maybe you just need to relax your mind. Just take a little breather. That's what we're going to do. Let's get in it. What I want you to do is inhale to the count of 4. And we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to exhale. And we'll hold that for a few seconds. And we'll repeat that a few times. Now, you can close your eyes if you're in a place that you can do that. And I want you to do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're actually sitting at the desk. If you got your head pods on and you're taking a listen, we'll vibrate with us and listen. But if you can close your eyes, close your eyes. You want to take it a step further, put your hands over your heart and feel that you are alive. That's you. Let's get into it. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. One more time. Let's inhale. Hold it a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Doesn't that feel great? Hope you took the breathing exercise. Hope that it kind of got you into a better mind space. Hope you're drinking your water. Drink some water. Not too much. I mean, you don't have to get into this thing where everybody is drinking so much water and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're like, I can't drink that much water because I had to keep going to the bathroom. I can't do it. Well, just drink when you're thirsty. All I'm saying is drink your water. Don't be out here drinking all of those pops, those sodas, all of those sweet drinks, all of those things that aren't necessarily good for us. Let's try to cut out some of those sugars, some of those things that are in our diet that aren't the best for us. And we know it, but it's just so difficult to stop because that thing is addictive. So try. So cut out some of those drinks. You're eating all of this food, cut that drink out. Don't let the sugar and that calorie be in that drink. Drink some water. All right. All right, y'all. If you got an opportunity, if you're watching me here on Facebook, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not, well, check me out. You see where it is. MsTonya TV right there on that red channel. And today we are going to be talking about not the red flags, but the green flags. Okay. We're very quick to shout out the red flags as it relates to love and relationships, but we keep getting caught up in them, don't we? We keep getting caught by those red flags every time. We keep missing signals. So, what are those green flags? How do we know that he or she is a keeper? How do we know that? Do you know? Do you know what to look for? What are some of those things that are important to you? Okay? What are some of those signs that this particular relationship, you're on this date, what's making you think that, hey, I could go out with this person again? This could go somewhere. Tori and I are going to talk about it. Let me bring Tori in the conversation. What's up, Tori?
What's up? How? Oh Lord, let me get the air out my face. What's up, y'all? It's another Tuesday. We're on the camera today, so take a picture.
Click, click. Girl,
Listen,
I didn't know you was real.
I'm real. I'm real. I'm here. I'm here. But I'm excited about this conversation because just like you said, we always talk about the red flags. So it's important for us to also elaborate on the green flags as well. That's very important when you're dating, when you're vetting, when you're courting, whatever type of terminology you choose to use. It is very important that we pay attention to those green flags. So when you told me the topic, I jotted down a few things. So
Good.
I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share a few things when you ask me, but for the most part, I'm here for this conversation.
Okay. Well, listen.
I'm one of those people that I'm a what do you call it? Hopeless romantic. I still believe in
Oh,
love. No matter
okay.
how many times I may have been hurt, I still believe in love.
Well, I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. All right. Well, I tell you what. Why don't we just start saying hello to a few people? I see people coming on in here. So this might be a conversation that not just you and I want to have, but obviously it drew some people on in here.
What's up, William? He's like, yo, I'm glad you're able to catch us live. Yay. He said, I made it. Yay.
Good. Good to have you in the house with us. Always good to have you in the house.
Hey, hey, from the Queen City. What's up, KJ?
All right.
Joe says, I only drink water and alcohol. LOL.
That's good. Okay. So as long as you put some ice cubes in it.
Tuning in from YouTube, Piece of Cake. What's up? Piece of Cake Conversations. What's up? How you doing, Amina?
Thank you so much. Those numbers matter over there. We got to let people know those numbers matter on that tube. Let people know that, you're watching, that you're engaged in these conversations because we get a lot of love here, don't we, Tori, on the book?
We do. We
We
do.
do.
We do.
Let's take them numbers and put those numbers over there.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and subscribe. I'm on the tickety talk. I'm on the Instagrams. So is Keep the Faith with Tori. We over there.
Yep. Yep. And John says their personality. Ooh, that's a good one. Kimberly's what's up, Kimberly? So you laughing, John, but that's me too.
So Kimberly and John only drink water and alcohol. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I see we got one of my favorite guys up in the house with us. What's
Kelly, Mr. Pettyville, Boston.
mm,
Hello, my people. What's up, Kelly?
what's up, man? All right.
And Brother
So I'm sorry. I'm
Fatim.
sorry.
What's up?
I took that down real quick, but I'm getting ready. To put
Okay.
it back up. But we're gonna get into the
Okay.
conversation. So hello, everybody. We in here today. We're talking about green flags because everybody's always talking about the red flags. And for as much as we talk about the red flags, Tori, you would think that we wouldn't be so messed up in all these situationships and all these things going on, but we still are. A lot of us. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like instead of us continuing to talk about the red flags, what are some of those green flags? So let's go ahead and see what Brother Fatim got to say.
Okay. Brother Fatim says some of the green flags for me once I know I'm attracted to someone are compassionate, humility, Trust, just to name a few to get the conversation started. I like all of those. I love all of those.
I do too. I do too. And Tori, even though we on camera, I don't know why your camera freezing up. It must be the internet connection. But I'm gonna read that one more time in case somebody missed a few things, you know. But some of the green brother for team says some of the green flags for me, once I know that I'm attracted to someone, are compassionate, humility, kind-hearted, trustworthy. Those, just to name a few, to get the conversation started. And I like those. I like all of those. So I agree with you. And just up a little bit further in the comments, we had John. He came in and he said their personality. But John, what is it about their personality? Because you know, some people got a crazy personality. Now, you did say you only drink water and alcohol. So do you like crazy? Let me know. Let me know what it is about their personality. What about their personality gives you an idea that, hey, this is a pretty legit person. They get a green flag. We can carry on. Let me know. Because I see you in here. You was like, let's talk about the positives. And I agree with you. We need to be talking about those positives. Everybody's always talking about those red flags. Hey, Tori, I see you back up in here.
Listen, it's called internet.
See, it's called internet and she froze again. Uh-huh. Let me tell y'all something. The internet not gonna take us out because Tori, there's one thing Tori can do. She could just go ahead and get on her phone. Just, she could. She could. Or hey, whenever it frees up, you know, hey, ain't nothing like a talk bubble. Ain't nothing like a talk bubble. I bet you that talk bubble won't freeze because it's what? Froze. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So anything we got to do, we gonna do. But y'all know, we basically having a conversation. I see piece of cake in here. Go ahead, Tori, and see what is Amina bringing to the conversation right now.
She says, hands down, I'm looking for shared values, which means he will have to be able to intelligently articulate them. I will be paying attention to confidence as he articulates them and ability to engage. I love that. That's one of my favorites because, you know, what's the term I like to use? Was it?
I know what you want to say, but I ain't going to say it because if it's supposed to be about all that intelligence. Let me sip on this.
Yeah, I forgot the word I like to use, but it's escaping. I just like, what's going on? This internet just got me bamboozled this morning.
It got you befuddled. Let's make up some words.
All right. Goodness. And John says they got to be motivational, positive minded, understanding, nurturing, and can cook. LOL. Okay, John, I got a question. So that last one, I was with you to that last one. I'm one of them ones. I don't like to cook. I gotta cook though.
But can you make a good sandwich?
I can.
Because a good sandwich will get you a long way, girl, at the right time, if you understand.
Yes.
If you can make a good sandwich, you might be able to escape. And breakfast foods, I know you can scramble up an egg.
Yeah. I make some good scrambled eggs.
Put some butter on a toast. So don't say you can't cook. Piece of cake. Why you had piece of cake?
That.
Amina, you ain't had to come through.
Come through, Amina. Come through. That's the word. John says, intelligent convo is always great. Absolutely.
Okay. I see we got Makia in here. She said, hey, y'all.
What's up, Makia? What's up, girl? Glad to see you in. Tuning in this afternoon. And John laughing. John, you laughing, but you ain't answering my question, though.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure what he's laughing at. He could be laughing at that because that's true about the cooking. But I asked him because he said, what did he say earlier? And I asked him a question, and I don't know if he really answered it for me or not.
Okay.
He said something about their personality, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You know, that was a green flag that he said. And I'm like, well, John, you just told us that you only drink water and alcohol. So, I mean, when you say personality, I mean, do you like crazy? Because crazy is a personality. So I was giving him a hard time. I really was.
Listen, crazy it sure is a personality. My hair won't do
If you don't, ain't nobody y'all tell her you not worried about her hair. Put
right.
put that. If you worried about Tori hair in this conversation, which I doubt you are,
John
you
says
need to log off.
John says sandwiches are good. Okay, I got you a good sandwich, John. Okay, cool. That's what's
Right
up.
on, right on. How you doing, Landon?
What's up, Landon? He said good topic. Absolutely.
Hmm.
And Latif says a green flag for me would be when a person has the knowledge of why relationships are important.
Okay,
Ooh.
let's stop right here because I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So you say that green flag is when they know that a relationship is important. Like, but how do they? What are the signals to you? Like, what signifies to you that they feel relationships are important? What are some of those things for you, Tori? Like, because you responded to you, like, ooh, that's good. So, what's a signal? What's one of the green flags for that?
For me, a big green flag for me is effective communication.
Hmm.
It's big for me. Like, say we're at a venue and we go our separate ways. Let me text me or call me to let me know you made it home safely. It's some of the simple things for me. And those just a couple Tanya. I don't want to give all of it away because I don't want nobody to pretend that they something they not and try to talk to me.
Well, guess what? I mean, it could happen. I get what you're saying, but
Yeah,
I feel like the conversation is more important. A person really can fake things, but it can only go so far. Like,
absolutely.
how do you determine that? I know that, of course, that's going to be one of the red flags, and we're trying to talk about the green flags here. But for me, you know, I heard a couple people say confidence. I
Mm,
do like that. I do like that. I pay attention, but also, and this might sound crazy because I do like confidence, but also if it's the first date
mm-hmm.
and I kind of sense a little bit of nervousness, I'm kind of okay with that too. And I'll tell you why, because it makes me think that maybe he really wants this date to go right. He might just be a little nervous because, like, he might be like, I really like this person. I want to, make sure I'm making the right impression. So I don't necessarily feel like, a little bit of nervousness is going to be a red flag for me. I can kind of, what flag would that be, Tori? Is there a flag in
Actually,
between?
nervousness is actually a good thing for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
But everybody, what may be a green flag to us may be a red flag to somebody else. So
Absolutely.
everybody's different. But to me, nervousness is actually a green flag
Okay. I just
because,
wanted to make sure. Go ahead.
because like you said, they want to make a good impression.
Right.
What's up, Jamesa? She says, "Good afternoon, wonderful people."
How you doing, lady?
KJ, a green flag for me is someone's ability to respect boundaries. Oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
That's a good one. That
That
was
is.
actually one of the ones on my list.
Mhm.
Respecting boundaries. That's a good one. That's on my list, KJ.
Mhm.
KJ says your hair is cute too. Thank you, KJ.
Okay, okay. We got this coming on in.
Brother Fatigue Tori, your hair is fine. Okay, okay.
Come on in. Hey Tasha, how you doing, girl?
What's that, Natasha? We're not worried about your hair.
Tell it. Yeah, exactly. Well, nobody thinking about her hair. Now I'm glad we got that out of the way. We was worried about you freezing. That's what we was worried about.
Kimberly says a green flag that I'm really drawn to is a person who treats other people well. I like to know that not only in relationship with me, but in general, you respect others. That's another good one as well.
Yeah,
I too pay attention how you treat others. And I make this analogy all the time. Like I always say, I pay attention to, like we go to a restaurant, I pay attention to how you treat the hostess or the waitress when we're there. I pay attention to little things like that.
that's important. It
Very.
really is. I'm paying attention to that. Um, Something that I kind of like to call a green flag is, first of all, I'm a good listener. So initially I'm listening to I'm listening to what they're talking about. I'm listening to, usually those first First dates, you're talking about your life, perhaps your family life, some type of dynamic like that, your work life. And I'm paying attention to what type of relationship that they have with their family. It's a really green flag for me if they have good family dynamics. I like to know that they come from a pretty decent home, or at least a loving home, I should say. They have love and respect for their parents equally, whether their parents are together or not. Just to be able to hear what the relationships they have with their parents, that's interesting to me. What do you
Mm,
think about that?
I totally agree. I pay attention to that as well. How you treat your mom, your dad, your kids.
Mhm.
Even to me, I think it's so important that when you're in, because I've dated someone before that the relationship would work out, but he had a great relationship with the children and the children's mother. So I pay attention to all of that. So yes, great in relationships is very important to me.
Mhm.
Definitely a
And
green flag.
yeah, that's a green flag right there. Another green flag for me is because it's the opposite of that red flag of a person not being able to take accountability
Hmm.
for whatever, for past relationships, things of that nature. So, like, typically, if people aren't able to talk about their their ex, or their baby mother, their baby father, or whatever the case may be, you know in a decent light,
Hmm.
I have a problem with that. 'Cause
Hmm.
I don't feel like, a person should be, dogging them out. So what you said, like, if they've got a good relationship with those person, or at least it's not necessarily that you have to have, uh I don't want you to be extra, but just be respectful.
Right.
Just be respectful, because I'm listening for all of those things. I really am. Uh,
Right.
you guys come on in here and you guys start letting us know what some of your green flags are. What are some of those things that people should be paying attention to, and knowing that, hey, this person is a keeper. I should
Hmm.
keep him. I should keep her. I should go
Hmm.
out on another date with them. What are some of those things? And also, I want us to get into the conversation. I want to figure out, and you guys let me know how you feel about this. How do you feel about being set up with someone by a close friend or a
Hmm.
family member? Are we doing that? Can
Hmm.
we do that? Can you do you really, Tori, do you feel like one of your good friends could say, "You know what, Tori?" Or a family member say, "You know what? I know this guy, and
Hmm.
I think you should, like, meet him. Just go out with him." What do you feel about that? Because I know that's not something that we do a whole lot in our culture. But should we?
I used to have a good feeling about it, but now I'll pass because I've tried it in the past and it never works out well for me. And then the person, whether it be family or friend, they get an attitude with you because things didn't work out. Like, you the one set us up. So I mean, now you mad at me. No, I used to feel good about it, but
Mhm.
I'll pass now.
Really?
Yeah.
But, because see,
I may try again, but I don't know.
I mean, of course, I mean, it's not to say that they feel like they're gonna be 100% right, but I guess the larger question for me is that, do you feel like, and I mean, this has to be I'm not just talking about someone who is, because people use the term friend very loosely.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of your friends are really acquaintances, but
Mhm.
I'm talking about your good friend. Like, I mean, someone who knows you. I mean, or a good family member, that cousin who knows you, your mama. Could you Okay, your mama. I'm getting ready to go crazy. Can your mom introduce you to someone? Would you go out with someone that your mom asked you to go out with?
No. Absolutely not.
Why not?
No, no, no.
Seriously?
No. Uh-uh. No.
That's interesting.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay, I wanna know in the comments, people, how many people have a good enough relationship with family members? It doesn't have to be your mom. Well, what if it's your sister? 'Cause I was speaking family, and then I said mother, and that came out, but But I feel like that's a valid question too, because if your mother knows you, your sister knows you, your aunt, like I said, we're not talking about you got to, this is a date. This is a person that you want to meet. Nobody said nothing about marriage. But I feel like if we're out here and we're meeting people and we're not meeting the right people, then we're not making the right decisions for ourselves.
No.
So maybe we can step outside of that, and maybe someone who can look and say, you know what? I know a person who, this person might be good for you to meet. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do that if your mom said that.
I'll
All right.
reconsider. I'll reconsider. But let me say this. I actually had a cousin of mine that actually some years ago, I can't remember how long ago, it's been some years, but he
Mhm.
asked me about a particular female. He's like, well, Tori, tell me about this person. Is there a good person? I was like, yeah, they're cool. They're cool with me. And I said, they appear to be a good person. He said,
Mhm.
so you think I should go out? I said, absolutely. They went out on a date, and guess what? X amount of years, almost 20 years later, I can't remember the exact years, but they're still together and they're married.
What? Okay. So that was a green flag. And that's the conversation we want to have today. Like, can some of those things happen? You
Mhm.
guys let us know. I mean, we see the comments coming through and we get ready to start reading some of them here and get you engaged more in the conversation. But could you go out with someone that a family member said, you know what, I think this is an interesting person, or your best friend? So we're gonna consider like our good friends family because they are. All right. All right, Makia, what you got to say?
Makia says, green flag for me is accountability and self correction.
I like that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love that one. Piece of cake conversations. Amina says, I'm learning to be less bothered by people pretending because I'm getting better at this. Oh, that's good. That's good. Better
Mhm.
at discernment. I can only control how authentic I am and discern, then disengage when others don't align accordingly. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's it
Come
right
on,
there.
man. I like it.
Yes. Kat Anderson says, a green flag for me is someone who shows up and actually wants to get to know me. Let's really date and get to know each other. Absolutely.
And that sounds like that's that's a really simple answer. That sounds like the simple answer, but so many people don't do that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? And that is it. That's the bottom line. Come here and show up like really wanting to get to know me.
Right.
Like really wanting to get to know me. So I think where Amina said, she's using a lot more discernment. She's not really so concerned about someone pretending to be something else because she can kind of tell. "Le- I don't want to be doing that. I don't." Because I feel like that's putting us back in that space of we're looking for those red flags. So how are we enjoying, being out? How are we really getting to know this person when we're just waiting for this boom red flag to pop up all of a sudden? You know, come and get to know me. Allow that person to get to know you. And then pay attention to those green flags and stop looking for the red flags. I like that. I hear
Right.
you, Kat.
Latif says, one signal, because you asked her this earlier, one signal would be the person understanding that individual space is needed, but being together is more powerful. When
Right.
you asked her the question about when she said earlier about the importance of relationships, that was her
Mhm.
response.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Okay.
What's up, Donald?
What's up, Donald? And Donald says a green flag for me is having no problem going to Applebee's or Chili's on the first date. But that's good.
Right.
Listen. At Applebee's, let me get that blondie. At Chili's, let me get that cookie. I'm good with it.
Or the Cheesecake Factory or the
Yeah.
movies. Like
Yes.
that's it. So
Yeah.
stop and that's why I feel like this is like really a good conversation, an important conversation because we got lost somewhere within the past few years of, men versus women, throwing up those red flags, what a person shouldn't do, what I'm not accepting, and you're not paying attention to the things that you should be accepting.
Right.
Someone who has manners, like basic manners,
Hmm.
who is attempting to have a good conversation. um, I don't necessarily want to take it into gender roles and say that they have to be chivalrous, but if that's what you like, then yeah. And then, gentlemen, if that's what you want to do and that's what you want to express, if you really like this person enough and you feel like, I want to do this, not that it's mandatory, not that it is expected, but just the simple fact that you are motivated to do that, you
Mhm.
know?
Absolutely. And Jamesa says hygiene matters. How you deal with frustration or anger, listening skills. Oh, those are all good ones. Especially that hygiene. Now, there was
Oh,
a guy that he was, oh my God, y'all, he was so sweet.
hmm,
But I couldn't get past his breath.
oh,
But he was very attractive. He was
hmm,
a perfect gentleman, but his breath was a deal breaker for me. I
right.
just so that hygiene is very, very, very important.
It is. Hygiene is really, really, and it's important. It's important on both sides. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because you're naturally going to think that, it's stereotypical, but let's be honest, you're naturally going to think that a woman is going to be at her highest hygiene, but not all
Mhm.
the time. So
Right.
imagine you're out here and this is a beautiful woman, or like you said, this man was very handsome. He was attractive, but their body odor was a little strong. Now there's a couple things that could do that. They're a little sweaty, they're a little nervous, whatever the case may be, but you've got to pay attention to it. And it's unfortunate that a lot of the times that people don't smell themselves, because I can't imagine that a person would smell themselves and be out on a date and have an odor that is offensive to someone. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? But she's right. You've got to pay attention to your hygiene, because if that person is giving off a body odor, well, that's telling you something. And
Mhm.
and and
Then
I don't. There's no. We don't need explanations for that. That's not a green flag.
right. And the second part, wait a minute, go back, go
Oh,
back.
okay.
The second part where she says how you deal with frustration and anger. I also pay attention. It's a red. It's not a. It's a red flag to me if you're easily angry, like at the drop of the drop. That's a deal breaker for me. And
Right.
also it's important for you to have listening skill, because like you, Tanya, I'm a great listener, and I want people to listen to me as well, because you don't want the relationship to be one-sided. So those were great. Those were
Right.
great.
So the green flag for that would be, like, you have a situation that comes up, like maybe the waiter, the server got the order wrong,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And or maybe the server's not paying as close attention to your table and your service is not necessarily the best. So the green flag is going to be, okay, well, the person handles it in a nice way, in a respectful
Absolutely.
way, because you don't have to yell, you don't have to use language, you know what I mean? There's ways to handle things. So that green flag for me is going to be like, hey, this order's not right. And then, sometimes people like, no, it's okay. I don't want to, I don't want to make a fuss. Some people do that. People's like, no, we're going to handle it. Some people do that aggressively. And then there's people who handle it in a different way. Like, excuse me, we got a little mix up here with the order. I was wondering if we could get this fixed. This is not what she ordered. So that's gonna be a green flag. They're showing me how they're able to deal with conflict.
Mhm.
Let's make it right. All right.
Right. And piece of cake says green flag is patience, ability to pace things respectfully. Love bombing and flooding people with affectionate actions and words to move things to a level of intensity too soon can be a tactic of manipulation. So I'm here for a steady pace built on intention. Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. A lot of people get caught up in the love bomb. I mean, all ages and stages. I too have been caught up in the love bomb situation. It happened, and it definitely is a tactic of manipulation.
Hmm.
That's what that is. So, yeah, I want you to get to know me, but you ain't got to love me immediately. You ain't got to love me on the first date. You ain't got to love me the next week. I ain't that nice.
Oh my goodness. John says, be respectful even if they're not respecting you. Truth shall come out. I totally agree.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. You it is. It's gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come out.
John also says blind dates are outdated. LOL.
They are, but that's what I'm asking, John. I'm asking is it okay if we kind of bring that back? Like, would it be okay if, like, just say a friend came up to you and said, you know what? Not that I'm not talking about somebody who feels like you ain't married yet and trying to hook you up with somebody. Every time you turn around, it's like they want to hook you up with somebody. That's not what I'm talking about. There
Yeah.
are those times and situations where you might know two people and they happen to be single, and you
Mm-hmm.
feel like, hey, maybe y'all should meet each other. And
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Right.
You can't put anything else on it. You can't put anything else on it. Just be like, you know what? Both of y'all are interesting. Why don't y'all meet? And if you find each other interesting, cool. If you don't, it's still cool, because I would imagine if you know both of the people and they're respectful people, they're going to respectfully
Mm-hmm.
go their separate ways. But I think we should do that. Now, I personally haven't been set up by anyone. I haven't. And I don't necessarily know if anyone really knows me that well to really set me up with anyone, to be honest. I don't know. But I'm certainly not opposed to it, because if I have a friend who came up to me, like if I really valued that friend, well, yeah, I don't think anything would be wrong with it. I don't. Because I mean, if I can go out with someone on my own and realize that it's not the right person,
Mm-hmm.
same thing applies.
And piece of cakes. Amina says, I think they can work if we work. We work it. LOL.
Mhm, mhm. Brother for team.
He says, also, if the friends they keep isn't about turmoil and mess and about upliftment and promoting healthy family values, is another green flag for me. This also includes their family as well.
Mhm,
Absolutely.
mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, what is Tori talking about here? Tori, I mean, I'm sorry, Amina. She said, "Why, Tori?"
Was it maybe because maybe when you asked with my mom, I mean, to clarify,
Oh,
maybe
it,
if she asked if my mom said, I said no,
you
absolutely.
said no. That might be it. That might be it, and I might be able to tell from the follow up comment. Let's see what we got here.
And KJ, yeah, that's probably what it was. KJ said, I trust my mom, but woo, I don't know if I could be set up. I have control issues, LOL. KJ, say
Well,
it ain't so. You got control issues, really?
well, I got one thing to say. I know KJ too. I don't know if I would do that to a young man. I'm just kidding. KJ, don't say that. Don't say that. Janet Jackson, control. Just play a song. Dance it out. What was she doing?
Not control issues, no.
But she's so sweet.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me
what
you let me find a gentleman out here.
And Donald says, I prefer to be set up by a family or friend. They can usually vet a person out based on my likes and or dislikes. Okay.
Thank you, Donald. That's basically what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to get to. Do you not think that your family or friend would be able to vet, like they're going to vet out some of these things, because you can kind of tell within the friend group some things, you getting some of those red flags out of the way. Now you still got to do your own work. You still got to make it work. Nobody said it's boom, this is it. But I agree with Donald. I agree with you. All right, Donald. I'm gonna see if I got somebody in my friend group. Let me let me look in my Rolodex. Do people have Rolodex in it anymore? I'm aging myself too much. Let me look at my phone contacts.
Oh goodness, you're a trouble. And Makia says, LOL, piece of cake conversations. Would you hook me up with someone?
Come on. You understand me? Makia, you understand me? when you got a good friend who you know have values, if
Yeah.
she feel like, because I don't think my good friend will hook me up with someone knowingly. I mean, people
Yeah.
can still turn out to be, you
Yeah.
don't know everything, but they're not going to knowingly set you up with someone that is just going to be so polar opposite of your value system.
Yeah.
It's like they know what you do, they know your lifestyle, they kind of have an idea of your work, your income, your values. So it's not like they're not looking to take you out of that. And if anything, if anybody's not going to take you out of that, KJ is your mama. Okay? Is your mama. You let me find us. You know what? Let me put up a post that I'm looking for my son-in-law. I'm gonna put them through a whole drill. If they can get through me, girl, you good. If I like them, they survive your mama, child.
Now, if you say my brother, then I would trust my brother. My
I
mama,
got
just
you.
no.
Yeah, that does sound a little tough.
And Piece of Cake says, yes, great point, Donald. Great point.
Yeah. So Donald, if you have some friends, because we like you, Donald. If you got some friends, hook some sisters up.
And John says, I always tell my kids to get to know the one you want to love. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
definitely.
you can't debate that at all.
And Piece of Cake Conversation, Amina says, I would. I have a decent idea of how to vet for you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, hook Makia up. Do that.
Now,
Listen,
see,
Amina, I trust you too. So listen.
wait a minute. We have now turned this into the love connection. If there's anybody out there who knows me like I know me, hook me up with somebody who wants to know me. Is that what's happening, Tori?
No, I'm just saying. And John says manners are important. Yes, they are.
It
Yes,
is manners. That's one of the key things. Like the basic manners is a green flag. You
mm-hmm.
you doing the right thing. Your dress code, green flag for me is you showed up right. Your
Mm-hmm.
shoes clean. You ironed. I like you go listen. Don't you show up and not iron.
Oh gosh.
Don't you do that. Got wrinkles all in your shirt like somebody just came and grabbed you up. You can't do that. You can't do that. Another green flag for me is, believe it or not, how they drive. You can tell a lot about a person how they drive.
Really?
Yeah, the patience in their drive, the way
Okay.
they change lanes, the whether they're an aggressive driver. I'm paying attention to that, as well as music can be a green
Ooh,
flag for me,
I
like the type of
definitely
music that they're listening to.
hmm
So a lot of those things are good things that I pay attention to. All right, Amina.
And Amina says, or the park or bookstores, nice simple location where we can stay focused on the task at hand.
Yeah. Especially in those initial getting to know each other. Like
Mhm.
that's what I want people to know. Like throw all of this stuff out of the window that's been going on in these internet streets saying that you can't go to a coffee shop, you can't do this. Throw all of that out.
Mm,
Don't listen to these people. Like a lot of people and I think we really need to admit this. What you guys need to know is that a lot of people that are popular and a lot of these polarizing conversations, the reason why people are having those is because that gets clicks. So
mhm,
a lot of times I don't even know if I truly believe that these people believe what they're saying. I know that they will get clicks, and those clicks can be monetized. So there's a dollar tied to that sensationalism, and you out here believing it. You're taking it for fact, but they're just trying
mhm.
to make some money. They want to be at home in front of their computer behind a camera, and they want to collect that royalty check at the end of the month. They want to get that influencer check at the end of the month. And believe it or not, you don't have to be one of the largest influencers per se. And because if you're starting to pay attention to what's going on online, that whole big influencer thing is kind of dying down a lot now. It really is. So pay attention to that. A lot of things that people are putting online, I don't know necessarily that you can take that for truth. It's just that a lot of people are sharing it, a lot of people are talking about it, and you're just helping that particular person and that particular channel monetize. So pay attention to that.
And JT says driving responsibly. This one says it all to me.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This one says it all me. It say all to me. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, it says it all to me.
Okay.
Driving responsibly. This one says it all.
Okay.
So absolutely.
And Latif says another green flag will be a person who has no more than 2 sexual partners.
Oh Lord. Now, Latisse, I was with you until you said they have no more than 2 sexual partners. And I'm gonna just say this: there's a lot of things that could happen here.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I don't know if I'm talking about that necessarily on the first date. I really don't. In the early dates, I don't know that I'm talking about that. I don't know how I really know that to be true. And I also I got to think about age. I don't necessarily know that, but I personally am a person of age, and I don't know. But that's your thing, and that has to be your thing. So, but that's not one for me.
And Jamesa says the ability to redirect conversation. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know what KJ talking about right here, because we don't talk about a lot of stuff.
She said it is very much so. Oh, when I said KJ say it ain't so. When she said she got controls, I said say it ain't so. She said it is very much so. And she said the laugh I just let out. And Amina says I was referring to her saying her mom couldn't arrange a blind date for her. Okay.
Okay.
I got you. And then KJ says, at least I'm self-aware. Green flag. Listen, yes, self-awareness is definitely a green flag, KJ. Mm-hmm. That's yes, yourself. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Because listen, I got trust issues. So hey. KJ, I trust. Natasha says, KJ, I trust your mom too, but no setup.
Now, Natasha, you supposed to be on my side. And if you wasn't happily married, I would set you up too, girl. I would have introduced you to your husband.
Oh my goodness. Nakia says, I have a question. How important is having community in relationships, and what does that look like?
It's very important. Because I feel like you get to know, like when you're getting to know a person, that's one thing. But when you get to know the people who are around them, like their families, you start meeting like some of their close friends, and you see how they hang out with them, and you hear the conversations of what people are talking about, like how their friends talk about them, how their family talk about them, their sisters. Like if you're going out with this guy and his sister, said, girl, he ain't about nothing. Well, that community is very important.
Yeah.
Okay. She just ripped that green flag right out of your hand and gave you a red one. So I feel like community is important. Even people that they work with, just like anyone who is in and around him, like even his neighbors, like how they treat their neighbors, if they have elderly neighbors or whatever the case may be, like how they treat them. All of that is important. All of that gives you, something to see. Like if and this is an old school. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm mid 50s. But if he goes out and he goes to the mailbox or something and he gets his mail or his newspaper or something, and then he gives the neighbor theirs. I mean, that's just a kindness. That's something that he doesn't have to do, but I mean, that's natural, not something that they're putting on for you, but that's within his community. That's something that he does. If his neighbor comes out and it's an older lady or something like that, she's taking grocery out of the car, and he gives her a hand. Well, that's something that's, so community is important, and it really does tell you a lot, and it shows you a lot. You want to know how he gets along with other people, because those are the people that they're not necessarily pretending around.
Mm-hmm.
They could
Yeah.
be, putting on airs for you, because we don't really get to know that person immediately. They could be putting on those airs, but when you get into like his community of people, you're gonna know. So that's
Right.
important.
And Jamae says, yes, Amina, my first date with her was the library. Wait a minute,
Okay.
am I reading that right? With
Yeah.
him was the okay. Ha was the library. Husband was the library. Okay, got
Okay.
it. That's cool. The library. Let me go to the library. Let me start hanging out at the library. Okay. Piece of cake. Amina says, another green flag I recently discovered is a person having a routine, rituals. I have learned for myself that routine shows how orderly and intentional a person is. Consistency and fidelity is important. A person who understands themselves enough to know what they need to do for themselves consistently to yield desired results shows they could possibly do the same within a relationship, which can indicate that they would be able to be disciplined and faithful in the relationship. That
Yeah.
stands, yes.
Yeah. Because if a person, doesn't treat themselves well, I
Mm-hmm.
can't have the expectation of them treating me well.
Mm-hmm.
A way a person carries themselves, and the respect that they hold for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
that is where my expectation is that, they're going to do that same for me. And I don't know necessarily that it actually has to be an expectation, because typically when a
Mm-hmm.
person respects themselves, they
Right.
respect other people.
Absolutely.
They do. So if you don't respect yourself, I'm not expecting you to respect me.
Absolutely. And JT says, what a nice podcast. Glad to have come across this today during my lunch break. Looking forward to more from y'all. Now, JT, I don't know what GTG is. What that is?
Got to go.
Oh, I was like, what?
Well,
Thank you
guess
for
what?
tuning in, JT.
Always positive, brother. And I'm gonna just go ahead and any ladies who on this timeline, yeah, he is. You better go on his page and listen to what that brother's saying. You can't make this up. Don't tell me I don't know a good man when I see one. Now he ain't in my age bracket and things. I'm a little too. I ain't no cougar, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Go ahead, scroll across this page. Scroll on.
And Jamaica says, for me, the green flag is the ability to get into my kind and arouse me with conversation and the fact that you're interested while learning and listening from both sides of the table. Set me up, either one of you. Okay.
Girl. Listen, y'all let me run across the next men I run across. I'm gonna think about some of y'all. I'm gonna think about y'all. I am.
And Natasha says, I'm always on your side, T. KJ is a part of your side. That's good, Natasha.
You know what? I feel so set up right now, but not in the type of way that we are having this conversation.
That's good, Tasha.
Mhm.
I like that.
It be your friends. It be your friends.
KJ says, thank you, Miss Tasha.
Just for that. Don't y'all make that girl miss out on a good one. KJ, don't you listen to these people out here in these internet streets. I done told you that you got to take the internet as just entertainment. Don't you pay attention to these people.
My kids said, let me go to JT page real quick. LOL, just kidding.
You better not be joking, because I'm not. I might be laughing, but I ain't telling no jokes.
Natasha says, love y'all.
All right, y'all. This has been a really good conversation, and I enjoyed having it because it's true. We got to stop
Mhm.
always looking for the red flags. You know the saying: anything that you're looking for, you're gonna find.
Right,
So
right,
stop
right.
looking for those red flags.
Hmm.
Pay attention, get to know the person so that you can notice the green flags. Because let's be honest now, you're supposed to know what you want. You're supposed
Yeah.
to know what you want. You
Mm,
might have a list, but you
mm,
may not get everything. And some things you absolutely can compromise on, but just not the things that are life altering or disrespectful. There's some things that, just like, Tori said, now I don't know about the cooking. And John let her know, well, sandwiches work. So that's a compromise. So, we still in the green flag category. You
yeah.
guys got to know that. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Now, before we go, Tanya, I'm gonna read, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go across my list, and then we
Mhm.
got a couple of it that I am aware of. We got a couple of birthday shout outs to give out. But
Cool.
let me first do my list of stuff that green flags for me, and this is for Tori. These are green flags for me.
I'm gonna make sure just you on the screen.
These are Tori's green flags. You got to be a great communicator. You have to be loving, caring, empathetic, understanding. You got to be a disciplined man. You got to be a man that is clear about your feelings. I want you to be able to effectively validate your feelings, not only validate your feelings, but I want you to be able to validate my feelings as well. I want you to respect my boundaries, and I'll respect your boundaries. I want you to make time for me because quality time is very important. I want you to pay attention to me, the little things. Like notice if I got my natural hair out, notice if I got a wig on. Tori, you got a new wig on, you got a different color nail polish, that type of stuff. Be very attentive. And you got to share the same values that I have. And then also the last thing I want you to do, I want you to see me in your future. Do you see Tori in your future?
Mhm.
Can you see years
Okay.
down the road with Tori? So those
Those
are
are
some of my
good.
green flags. And then
Th-
birthday
right.
shout outs, the two birthdays that
Well,
I
before you do the birthdays, I want to
okay.
say something because there's one thing that really stands out for me from your list that I really would agree with, and I want a man to pay attention to my wig because you need to let me know if my hair is out of line or something like that. You need to let me know because it could be. It could be.
Really?
It could be.
Oh my
Let
goodness.
me know if the shine is extra shiny on my bald head this morning. Ask me if what did I put on it? Was it Vaseline? A different was it coconut oil, a little olive oil? Well, ask me. Okay. I'm go ahead, Tori. But you're right. Attention, people should pay attention. But um I don't know necessarily that I can say I have lists of things at this point, but
Mhm.
I'm paying attention to things. I know if I see what I like and I can appreciate it, and if I have some value for it. So that's pretty much it right now.
Okay. Now the birthdays that I want to do a birthday shout out, Miss Geraldine Wright is celebrating her birthday today. Miss Geraldine is 70 on
What?
today. Yeah,
Happy birthday!
she's 70 years young on today. And also Chelsea Chamberlain birthday is today. Chelsea is 31, I think.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday, Chelsea.
yeah, Chelsea birthday is today. So I want to show them some birthday love. So happy birthday to you both. May the Lord bless you with many more to come. Happy birthday. birthday.
All right, y'all. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We got a few more comments we're going to get to. We have made it to the hour, so a lot of people had to dip on out of here because I don't want y'all to get fired listening to Tori talk about, my hair. Go ahead, Tori.
Pizza cake and music. I started to at you, LOL. Kimberly says, good one today. Love from LA. LA, what's up? Jamesa laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Jamesa, love y'all. Love you too, Jamesa. And Amina says, so beautiful, Tori. Thank you for the green flags. And Tori wants one of those 2025 robot models coming out. Just kidding. Great to know what you want. Really, brother Fatim? A 2025 robot.
He gonna get you one of the new ones. Okay.
Amina says shea butter, baby.
Come on. The shea butter on my head.
Oh, shea butter.
Okay. All right, y'all. All right, Tori. Always good talking to you. This was another one for the books.
Yeah, this was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. We got to get another one soon because this is. Now, let people know, Tanya, if you don't mind.
Go ahead and let the people know.
I'm going to be missing in action next week because I got to be mindful, take care of my health. So I will be away next week. So hopefully Tanya gonna hold it down for me. She may, but I'm just
matter of fact, maybe I'll get a special guest host. Y'all, anybody who want a special guest host for Tori, go ahead and get in the comments and I'll do a little put your name in the hat and draw it out. Yeah. So if you're interested, let me know and we'll get in here and we'll have a conversation. Y'all hold it down for Tori because we got to take care of ourselves. Your health is important. She get on here, she talks. She got the, Tori's voice is just so lovely. I don't know if y'all listen to her on the radio. I don't know if y'all do, but if you don't, you need to find Tori. Let them know the radio station. Let them know.
I am on the air, Radio Baha'i, out of Hemingway, South Carolina. I'm on the air from 9 to 12 noon. It's 7 days a week. I'm on the radio every day, Monday through Sunday, at Radio Baha'i, 9 a.m. And our motto is we play positive music. It doesn't matter the genre. We play country, play jazz. It's just all positive because it's all about positivity. So yeah.
And it's nothing like what we do here because me and Tori be talking country on here. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. When y'all hear Tori on the radio, you'll be like, wow. Like, dog, MsTonya brought all the country out. Yeah, because we just talking. And I got another thing to say. Matter of fact, since we living in our country, and y'all know Beyonce out here with the country music, we got to support that. We taking all our stuff back. But I do want to say this. I was talking about my bald head. Let me lean over a minute. Hold on 1 minute. Now, because Beyonce has come out with this country music, don't y'all try to act like y'all didn't know that MsTonya was already country. Don't act like I wasn't always wearing my cowboy hats. I don't want to hear none of it because I was country before y'all decided that y'all wanted to make country cool. Okay? All right.
Always been country.
I've been country a long time.
Right.
All right, y'all. We got to get out of here. I know some of y'all got to get back to work. I know you do. Yeah. I know you do. All right. Yeah. So, Tori, thank you again. Always good talking to you. Always good having a good conversation with a good friend.
Absolutely. Love y'all and thank all of you that tuned in today. Like you always do every Tuesday. You guys make it so exciting and there's no us without you. So make sure you, like Tanya said, hit the like button and subscribe. Okay.
Do that for us. All right.
And I'll be back the following Tuesday. Oh.
See, country was supposed to stop talking and still talking, and I ain't even gonna put it back on the screen because I'm not gonna do it. All right, y'all. I'm glad we could discuss trying to look at the better parts of what dating can be, enjoying the date, enjoying getting to know a person, recognize those green flags so that you know that this one is a keeper. All right, you got to know that. If you feel so motivated, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. I am Miss Tonya. All right. MsTonya TV on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. Go ahead and get on all those. That's where you can find me. All right. We get ready to breathe this thing out. Love y'all. Let's do some breath work. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. And hold that a few seconds. Inhale one more time. Hold a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Now, don't you feel great? I feel great. I appreciate you guys. And if nobody gave you a smile today, if nobody smiled today, you just close your eyes and give yourself a big smile and see how that feels for you. All right? Y'all be great out here. That's what we do. One love, y'all.